What's good? Today is June 20th. It is 6:31 p.m. I just got off of work. It was honestly a heck of a day. I ain't gonna necessarily get into it, but it was a little bit of a rough day. From start to finish, it was a little bit of a rough day. But that's life. You know, there's not much you can do. Not every day is gonna be cookies and cream. Not every day is gonna be fantastic. Not every day at work is gonna be great. So you just take it on the chin. You know, what I continue to tell myself is I'm blessed to be in a position where I could work and provide for myself and take care of myself and have enough money to both pay for bills and have a little bit of fun. So it could be so much worse. But today's topic is from Aristotle. The purpose of knowledge is action, not knowledge. It's very easy to get kind of caught in the trap of reading books, listening to podcasts, talking to people who are older than you or just have more experience than you and asking them about their advice. But none of that really matters if you ain't going to use it. What's the purpose of having knowledge if you're not actually going to use it and put it into action? And I feel like a lot of people buy self-help books and listen to a whole bunch of self-help podcasts and all this other stuff, but yet their life never changes. Their life is still the same. They still doing the same old, bad habits that they're trying to not do, but they keep on doing it and it doesn't change. And that's just because they're gaining knowledge. And it's crazy because you're gaining all this knowledge and you probably think you're doing something. You probably think you're doing something. Somebody might ask you about something and you going to feel real smart being able to spew out what Joe Rogan might have said on a podcast, what Jordan Peterson might have said, or Alex Hormozy, whoever. But it doesn't matter if you don't put none of that to action. Because at the end of the day, the whole point of self-help and the whole point of gaining knowledge is to put it so you can change your life. Other than that, what's the point of gaining knowledge? Other than that, you might as well just keep on doing the same thing. You might as well not learn anything else and you keep on pushing. The whole point of learning new things is to be able to put it into action, and I think that's where wisdom comes from. It's like being wise, yes, is knowing things, but it's also being able to know when you need to use this knowledge. And sometimes using the knowledge is saying no and is refraining from certain actions. But sometimes the knowledge is using the knowledge and showing that you are wise is be able to take this knowledge and actually put it forth into action and actually go after it. And there's a lot of people out there, there's a lot of people online out there, a lot of different gurus who are going to sit here and they're going to give you advice, but they're never actually going to use that advice. They're actually never going to use that and put it forth. And, it says in the Bible, you could tell somebody by their fruits. And it's very hard nowadays, especially when it comes to social media, because I said this on the last video. Everyone's always going to show they good. And especially the people who are making money off of y'all, who got courses and stuff to sell, this, that, and the third, they only going to show you the good stuff. They're only going to make it seem like what they doing is working. But yet, in reality, in their real life, they're not actually putting a lot of that knowledge to work. They're really just scamming y'all, And it made me think of, for some reason, I thought of like the Liver King. It was like this whole big thing because he was lying to people saying that like he wasn't using steroids, but come to find out he was. So he's sitting on social media, and I'm not saying he wasn't using any of the knowledge he was sharing at all. But what I'm saying is he's sitting on social media telling people, you guys need to eat this way, you guys need to do this, you guys need to do that. That's how you're going to get a body like me. By my course, I'm going to teach you guys this, that, and the third. But come to find out, he wasn't even using the stuff he was preaching to people. He was cheating. And you know what? Maybe he was using some of the stuff he was saying to people, but he was still lying and deceiving people. Because at the end of the day, homie was still using steroids, And that's the whole thing is people have knowledge to give and people will give knowledge. But at the same time, it's those same people who never really put it into action. It's, what is it called? It's Solomon's Paradox. Solomon's Paradox is you'll give advice, but you won't use that same advice. So it's like if I tell you, hey, you need to work out five times a week and make sure you're drinking an ample amount of water. It's very easy for me to say that and give you that advice, but yeah, I don't take that same advice. I don't work out 5 times a week and I don't drink damn water. All I do is drink is juice and I don't work out at all, And it's crazy because I run into that all the time, and it's, it's funny because this dude, he's kind of like my uncle, but he's really like one of my dad's best friends. But it's funny because like sometimes we'll talk fitness or something like that, and he'll be telling me certain things I need to do. Yet homie doesn't work out. Homie's out of weight and has nothing to show for it. So I'm like, bro, you have all this knowledge about what you should do and how to get in shape, but yet you aren't using none of that. So what's the point of even having it? And also, it doesn't make you seem credible. Should I really believe the knowledge that you have or the knowledge that you're giving me? Because you won't even take it yourself. You won't even put it into action yourself. So why should I listen to you? It really makes no sense. So I'm not gonna really have this be a long video because I really want to go to the gym and go home. But I really do want to end it off as, don't be the person that's gonna sit there and give advice to people and not use that same advice. And more importantly, just kind of on some just you type of a thing, don't sit there and watch all these freaking podcasts and read all these self-help books if you ain't actually going to use it. It's honestly worthless. I became positive because I read a book called The Power of Positive Thinking. And then on top of that, I did everything it said to do in the book. I actually applied it to my real life, and it literally showed that it worked. Because also sometimes you might gain knowledge and then put it into action and realize this was bogus. It didn't even freaking work. So now you could kind of, the brain probably don't work like this, but like now you could kind of get rid of that knowledge and forget about it because you know, hey, this doesn't work. But how do you know the knowledge works that you're gaining if you're never putting into action? What's the point of wasting all this time gaining all this so-called knowledge if you're never going to put it into work? At that point, just watch highlights. Just watch football highlights. Just watch TV and just watch something to where you don't have to sit there and fill your mind up with, I ain't going to say useless stuff, but stuff that you ain't going to use. At least that's how I look at it. Instead of me sitting there watching stuff that I ain't going to use, I might as well just watch football. Because at least with football, I can watch it and enjoy it, but at the same time, I don't really got to pay attention. Compared to if I'm watching a podcast about Jordan Peterson, whoever, whatever, I actually got to sit there and focus and listen to what the heck that he's saying. You know? So I'm putting all this mental work to gain this knowledge from this dude I respect. But once his podcast is over, I'm never going to use it. So what the hell was the point of me sitting here focusing for an hour 30? I could have spent an hour and 30 just playing video games and at least let my mind wander and I could just chill, you know, as my mama call it, watch the dummy tube and just chill. You're never going to get better if you gain knowledge and never put it forth to action. You're never going to know whether or not what you're actually receiving and the knowledge you're actually getting is actually going to be good and is worth putting forth effort to retain it and also continue to do the action. And you know what? Sometimes knowledge is good. Maybe the knowledge you are getting is good, but maybe it just doesn't apply to you. Maybe it don't apply to your life. But you'll never know if you don't put forth the effort to actually do it. So that's going to be my little spiel for today. It's kind of late, but I still want to go to the gym, get a good workout in. I'm going to do legs today. The one body part that I dread doing, but we still got to get it, man. I can't keep neglecting legs. I already said it before, and I've been pretty good in terms of keeping up with it. So I really want to keep it going. It would be very easy for me just to go home right now after working 12 hours. After working 12 hours, it'd be very easy for me just to like go home. But listen, man, grind don't stop, and I still want to see results in my legs, so I got to keep doing it. Because I know if I don't go today, if I don't do legs today, I'm not doing it for the rest of the week. Like, I won't be doing legs again until next Saturday. Because I actually enjoy upper body, and I ain't going to mess up my upper body work. So I already know myself. So with that being said, I need to take my behind to the gym and do at least something for legs. But thank y'all for listening. I appreciate you guys taking the time out your day to hear me rant, hear me talk. Brody, I love you. Keep your head up. Keep on pushing. I know you're feeling a little down, but it's going to be all right, bro. Just keep faith in the Lord and keep working and understand all this knowledge that you're gaining. Actually put it forth, actually do something with it. Don't just gain it and do nothing. Take the knowledge and put it into action. That's the whole purpose of it. It's not just for you to hold on to the action and do nothing with. I'll catch you later. Peace.